Hi guys, welcome back to the Resinator. Jules here. So Christmas is fast approaching. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really into Christmas that much, but then I've always worked in roles where we work over Christmas, so you know, sometimes it's difficult to get excited over it. But today I am going to make some Christmas coasters. I've already mixed my resin. I don't know how much these are going to take, but I don't think it's going to be very much. So I might actually separate some of that out because I could always add some more if I need to. So I'm going to do one in red, one in gold, one in green. And I'm just going to add glitter into them. Now the reason why I've got them on this paper is because these moulds are made of that really soft sticky silicone, and that tends to pull my moulds out of shape, and I find it really annoying. So I've got them on a piece of paper, and then I've got that piece of paper on my heat mat which broke, so I've chopped the wire off it, and then I can just use this as something that I can move as long as the what I've got on it isn't too heavy. It should be fine, and then I can use my leveling table for something else then. So I'm going to go with green first. Lots of glitter in these. And let's give it a stir. This is fine glitter. I'll put links to everything in the description. These are quite shallow, so I don't think I need to worry about the glitter sinking. So I'm just going to turn this piece of paper around so I can do them from this end. I'm going to pinch my cup like that, and I'm going to very carefully start to pour it in, and hopefully it will flow. Or even spill it on the mould straight away like I just did. This is going to be really fiddly because it's very narrow. So I think I might need my silicone tool to start working it round. With this kind of mould, you need to make sure that in these thinner areas you don't get bubbles, because otherwise when you demould it, it will just snap. Okay, so I'm going to carry on with this one, and then I will come back when it's time to do the red one. So you should be able to see that that one's done. It's really fiddly, really fiddly. So let's go ahead and do the red one. So obviously a thinner resin is going to be much better for this, and definitely fine glitter. Chunky glitter is going to cause a real problem, I think, with this. So I would stick with thin resin and fine glitter. Right, so I'm going to finish these up off camera and then I'll be back with the demould. So these are ready to demould. Now I've already demoulded the gold one and they're actually really thin. And I think they're too thin for coasters. So I went back and had a look at the website, and the ones in the picture looked way deeper than these. So what I've decided to do is put them in a normal coaster. So I'm basically, let's move those out of the way a second, going to see if I can pop them in there like that. They may float, I may have to stick them down, but at least that I'll be able to use them as coasters. So with that in mind, I've already mixed some resin. I've mixed 4 ounces of Nic Pro 1-1 epoxy. I chose this one because it's very good at giving up its bubbles. I have put this with the debubbling machine just in case. Now let's take these out first, because I'm only going to do one of these because I don't want to waste the resin if it doesn't work. So it's a shame because that red one has come out so well. I might try and do it with that one. I may have to glue it down, but if it doesn't stick up above, I mean it doesn't at the moment, but once I put resin in it might. Let's take the green one out. Yeah, very thin. I don't know whether you can see that. In fact, I'm going to bring this up. I mean, look how thin that is. So let's go with the red one first. I'm going to put a little bit of resin in the bottom of here to start with, because I'm going to have to probably coat most of this to try and avoid bubbles getting trapped underneath. So I'm just going to quickly coat it all as best I can. I think that's pretty much coated. I'm then gonna add some more resin in there and push it about. Get it right to the edges. I'm aware that this is dripping everywhere, but it is what it is. Go around the edges to get these little bubbles out the corners. There's not many. Torch that quickly and then pop it in and see what happens. I'm just pushing it down. Doesn't seem to be floating, so let's try and add a bit more resin in. And then once I've got all of this side covered, I'll push it around to make sure it's in the middle. Yeah, that is floating, I think. I just want to, excuse my head, I just want to make sure that it's even. Well, I don't think it's poking out. I might just do the other one, you know. I've got enough resin left. So I'm going to leave that to see what it does. And I might as well do the other one. I'm bound to get bubbles on the other side, but even if they come out okay enough to use as coasters but are a bit flawed, I'll just use them for myself. Okay, I'm not going to mess with them anymore because they actually appear to be staying put. Okay, so I will see you back tomorrow for the demould. These are all ready now and they feel pretty good on the top. They did float a little bit, but nothing's poking out, so that's good. Now, if you remember, when I demoulded these, I discovered that they were incredibly thin and, well, I wouldn't really say they were fit for purpose, to be fair. They were supposed to be coasters, but they're way too thin for that. So I tried putting them in other coaster moulds and topping them up with clear. So let's demould these and see what they've come out like. Now this side is actually the duller side. I put the glittery side face down. Oh, they've come out really well. Yeah, I like them. I'm holding it upside down. Yeah, there's a little mark on it, but that's from the mould because I didn't clean it out, to be fair. There's a bit of a divot in there, but that might be something to do with this inside because they didn't lie completely flat. But I'm happy with that. I think it could probably still be used. I'll try with a cup. Thank God that wasn't a cup of coffee. Yeah, I mean it can still be used. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll take that. At least it means that these weren't a waste. This one doesn't have the divot. And if I look, it's actually laying better than this one. So I think this one might have been, like I say, because of the divot. But on the whole, I'm really happy with these. I'm so glad that I managed to salvage them. It's not something, I don't know, I mean, if they all came out like that, I would I would probably sell them. This one not so much, but yeah, fortunately I've managed to salvage those. And I would use the moulds. I don't even know what I've done with it now. Dropped it down somewhere. I would use the moulds, the other mould, as like inlays for this, and make them up like this. So all was not lost in the end. So if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a couple of little clicks. It's free and it helps me grow the channel. Links to everything that I use in this project will be in the description, along with links to buy me a coffee and to my Etsy store. Anything that comes in from that will it goes straight back into the channel. And thank you to everyone who's already done that. You are all fabulous, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. All that's left to say is thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.